Hello everyone, good evening. I am Shubham Sharnagar, the Business Operation Manager at Kailas. I will be your host for the day and thank you so much for taking out your time to join the webinar. And we are looking forward for an engaging session over here. As you all know that SMBs and growing businesses are the backbone of Indian economy. They are contributing towards 70% of employment. And that too now all the businesses are focusing on creating tools and strategies to empower SMBs. And this has been our founder's vision since the start. That was the reason we started Kailas 3 years back. And now also we are staying true to our purpose and we are getting good responses from our current clientele. This leads to a recurring questions when we are engaging with the SMBs and the growing businesses that how best they can boost their sales in the competitive market. We have been providing them solution and we thought of why not just create a webinar where we can provide the insights to other SMBs as well. That is the reason we are having this webinar. So to coming to the main point, now I would like to introduce you to Abhishek Chauhan, the product head at Kailas, an IIT Guwahati graduate who has a rich experience of 5+ years in product management and business analysis, where he's always been true and forefront at driving innovations and digital transformations, helping growing businesses to master their sales strategies. Hi Abhishek, you seem to be a lot energetic today.
Hi Shubham, how are
Perfect.
you?
I'm good. And I believe your energy will flow throughout all the participants who are being part of the webinar. Also, for the participants, please put down your questions in the chat box so that we can answer them at the right time. And to start off, I just want some energy over here. For that to happen, please react with the thumbs up, which you can see at the bottom of your screen itself. Perfect. We will wait for some more thumbs up, then we will start with the session. Perfect. Let's go ahead then. Abhishek, over to you.
Yeah. Hi Shubham. Good evening. So good evening, everybody. Uh, as Shubham rightly mentioned, we started Kailas 3 years back with the agenda in mind that we want to help SMBs. Since we had a lot of experience in the CRM industry with our previous product that was the real estate CRM, we were in touch with many businesses, and then when we talked to the businesses, we found out some challenges that they are facing, and then our founders decided to get a product live which helps the SMBs and MSMEs, and it solves all the challenges that SMBs and MSMEs are following. Today's webinar is just a summary of whatever we have experienced over a period of 3 to 4 years while working with small and medium businesses like you, and उन सब से बात करके whatever observations we have taken, उन सब को collate करके we have written some problems that SMBs are facing, what solutions that we can provide, and उन सब को utilize करके the overall agenda is to take some key takeaways and we implement that in our business to let business grow. So we'll walk you through agenda points. So we'll have a quick overview of SMBs and MSME landscape in India. Then what is the first step about initiating the marketing effort is understanding the market. So we will touch base upon that. Then we will discuss how we can craft a winning sales strategy that can work for you. तो यहाँ पे हमने अलग अलग customers और businesses का experience लेके we have found out some key important activities that businesses are running and have proven successful for them. उन सबको collect करके कुछ pointers note किए हैं that we will discuss in winning sales strategy. Then we will touch base upon how technology can be vital for running your business and growing that, how technology can help you. Then what are some challenges that customers face while thinking of using a CRM, and then how Kailas can help you to take over those challenges. So as part of Kailas advantages, we will talk about that. And then eventually, as Shubham mentioned, we can discuss some questions and answers. या फिर आप बीच में भी अपने questions यहाँ पे डाल सकते हो chat में. We will take them at some point of time and we will discuss. So we'll take a break and then we'll discuss the questions. All right. So I think we should go ahead. So this is the overall overview of startup ecosystem that we have seen over a period of time. Is like more than 40 million SMEs and MSMEs have been registered in India so far. And if we group them by industry or size, this is the percentage deviation that has been observed. So let us look at why this startup ecosystem has increased over a period of time. What are the benefits that they have got? What are the challenges that they are facing? And then slowly we will deep dive into the execution part of marketing and sales. So this is the overall landscape of growing businesses in India. Here, there are some important things that have taken place over a period of time. One most important thing is growing digital adoption. So many SMBs, we have observed that they are now taking technology as part of their day-to-day businesses. जो companies पहले technology adopt करने में डरते थे या they were facing some challenges. So there has been a shift in that activity, so which is good. Then accessing of finance has been tremendously easy nowadays, especially with some government schemes like Mudra loan and other things. Businesses को पैसा मिल रहा है, there are VC funds as well, so it is easy to start a business nowadays. And then competition has increased. So the benefit that you are getting of getting easy finance and digital adoption is same for other companies as well. So a healthy competition has also been increased in the market. And then regulatory environment has a little bit easy with some initiative like Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is specially help for manufacturing industry consumers. So abhi thoda easy hai to start your factory, and government is giving a lot of subsidy and loans. So that has been a benefit for small businesses that are trying to come into the market. But there are some drawbacks as well that have happened, especially due to COVID-19, that the supply chain was disrupted for some time at least, especially when we hear about the semiconductor shortage and all those things. So, which was a hit to the market, but I think most of the things have been recovered now. So far, the supply chain looks good. There are companies who have emerged like Delivery and Rivigo to make the supply chain easy and make the delivery part of the business easy, and then focus on innovation. So it has always been there, and it's a key part of every business that they are going to come in the market. So you cannot run a company without keeping innovation upfront. Now, since there are some benefits to the SMBs and MSMEs, there are some challenges as well. So we will discuss about the challenges. And as I mentioned, these challenges have been noted down from our experience of working with small businesses over a period of time. So one key important challenge is limited marketing reach. And iska सीधा सीधा connection होता है finance, right? So many businesses find it difficult to identify their ideal customer profile. They struggle to curate their marketing strategy such that they reach to the right audience, right? So that has been a challenge. We will discuss how that can be overcome with the help of some tools available in the market or some other strategies. Then ineffective lead management. This has been a biggest problem for the businesses, that marketing team मेहनत करके leads तो ला रही है system में, but somehow the leads are getting leakaged. There is no proper follow up on the leads. The customers are losing interest over a period of time. So all those activities are happening, and that is because of ineffective lead management. Then competition from larger players. So this has always been there. Badi companies are eating small companies, but how we can overcome with this, as that you prepare a product solution which exactly fits to the market of your target customers. So for example, I like the company called Blinkit, right? So there were already many companies in the market who are providing this 10-minute delivery, but we have seen a good amount of traction on Blinkit over a period of time, and that was only because the problem they have identified and the way they have proposed the solution is very, very creative, right? Then customer retention has been a challenge. So getting repeat business, एक बार customer आके business आपके साथ कर लेगा, but since we are not able to follow up with the customer, we are not able to make them happy. So the retention of customer is a challenge, and then getting a repeat business becomes difficult. Then inefficient data analysis, right? So here it is very important to keep track on the information that are available on system with respect to your sales process, marketing, and business owners are not able to analyze the data because the data is so scattered over multiple tools, sheets, and other tools that it is very difficult to get all things at one place, so that it gives you a proper insight, so that you can take better business decisions and increase the businesses. Then scalability issues have always been there, and this is also related to money issue only. Like, you are adding more sales representatives in your team, but then your tools are licensed such a way that every time you have to buy a new license to get a new person onboarded. So that is a cost upfront. Then it has been a very big challenge for the companies, and talent gaps are anyways there, so you may not find that much efficient team members. So there is a training, and all those activities have to take place to make them effective. Now, since we talked about challenges and the benefits, where Kailash comes into picture, and it helps to overcome with some challenges that we have seen over a period of time. And as I mentioned, Kailash ka pricing strategy that we have decided as unlimited number of user is a direct feedback of the users who face scalability issues. So यहाँ पे we provide you unlimited number of users. We don't ask you to buy a new license as and when your team grows. What we say is, you add the users first, let them get up and running, let them work. Later, when your business grow, the price might increase slightly, but it doesn't increase on day one when you try to add a new user. Then quick onboarding. So this is a problem with businesses that we have understood is, many companies are using Google Sheets and Excels, and they are very much used to with those applications. So it is becoming difficult for them to adopt new tools like CRMs, especially when CRMs are very difficult to use, right? So at Kailash, first what we have done is, we have made the user interface very easy for the end users. We have developed only few features that are important and critical for the businesses, and we have set up a trained onboarding team which understands your business, and they work as a consultant to you. They help you to onboard on the system. They stay with you for a longer period of time to train your team and train yourself, so that your team gets used to with the platform, and then they can go on an autopilot mode. Then secure technology. So this is anyways a compliance with us, since being an IT company. So we have to develop a software which is built on secure technologies, and so that the customer's data which is with us stays secure, and there is no risk with respect to data, right? So with this, we have covered basics, benefits that businesses are getting, challenges, and how to overcome the challenge. Now let us directly come to the actual business, understanding the market. Why this is important? Because when you think about a product or service, when you think about sales, it is very important to reach to the right set of customers. And how we can do is while understanding the market. So first thing, what we have understood a company should be doing is that identifying and segmenting their target audience. What I mean by identifying is, basis on your product and services, we define an ICP, which is called as ideal customer profile. Basis on the product type, basis on the geographical area, maybe basis on the language they speak, maybe basis on the scale of a company. There could be n number of factors that may define your ICP, but that is very important for both B2B and B2C companies. Now, once we have defined the ICPs, the next step is to communicate with the customer. This is very essential. So imagine you have identified an ICP, and through some marketing campaigns, or maybe getting some B2B database companies, you have get a lot of leads in the system, or maybe in a Excel sheet for that matter. Now, what do you do with that amount of data? You need to start communication with the customer. So tailoring communication, sending right emails or WhatsApp messages at the right point of time, as soon as a customer or lead has been created in the system, becomes very important. Otherwise, what may happen is, leads are there in the system, and your salesperson may take longer to communicate with the prospect than it is expected. And by that time, the prospect may lose the interest. So it becomes very, very essential to start a communication, and mostly it should be automated, right? So as soon as leads are created, we should engage them with some emails or WhatsApp messages. I will discuss how this can be done with the help of tools. And then optimizing the resources and improve customer retention. So if you are communicating with your customer on a regular basis, if we are taking their feedback on a regular basis, then customer retention becomes very easy, right? Let us also quickly touch base upon the competitive analysis, because that is also important, since we are coming to a market which is already crowded with similar set of product or service that we are offering. It becomes very important to understand your competitors. Now there are some key points that we should take care while doing a competitor analysis. One thing is obviously identifying the key competition. So basis on the same product service that you are offering, there might be many companies who are offering the same product or services. So we have to understand that how many competitors are over there in the market. Is their target customer same as ours? And then you analyze the market positioning. So where do you put your product or service on top of the other competitors? Like I took an example of Blinkit, right? So there were many companies already in the market, but Blinkit tried identifying important problems, gave a simple solution, and then end customers are loving it. So they don't care now how new is the company or how old was the company. The idea is, if you are solving the right problem for me, I will become your loyal customer, right? Then differentiate your offering. So this is same, the problems that existing companies are solving, there might be some gaps. So we find those gaps and curate our solution such that it fills those gaps, and then you can present the solution to the right audience, and then your product will work. Then leveraging CRM insight. So not only CRM insight, but in general, data analytics becomes very critical over here. So when you are new to the market, you are running some campaigns, you are getting users, taking regular feedback, understanding their responses, and then keep improvising the product and service becomes very important. And then monitor competitor strategies. So this is something that we have to be up and running with the competitors, what they are doing, what is the innovation coming in the market, where we are lagging, and all those activities. So your business may not be that much techie type of a business, but even a core business has to be very much updated with what competitors are doing, right? And you may use some part of technology that we will discuss ahead, where we can get technology in place to help you to understand your competitions, the offerings, the gaps and solutions. Then tailoring your value proposition. So now we have discussed about ICPs. Okay, we know which is our target customer, we know who is our competitor. Now what is next? Next is you pick the right problem from your customers and present the exact correct solution to the user. So your solution may not be that creative, or it doesn't have to be out of box, but it has to be at the right amount of position that it helps the customers and solves some problems. So understand the customer pain points, align with market trends. Customers are very smart, so market में demands change होती रहती हैं. So you have to be updated with that market shift and get your product up and running with the change in the demands. Then highlight some unique benefits. So sell your USPs. Then leverage feedback, take continuous feedback from the customers, where if they are loving your product, if there is some challenges that they are having. So talking to the customer on a regular basis becomes very important. And then focus on ROI and adapt market shifts. So keep yourself up and running with the market, the trend that is changing in the market. Over a period of time, we have seen many companies have shut down just because they were not able to cope up with the market, or maybe sometimes ego comes into picture, right? So those are some important things that as SMBs and MSMEs we have to take care, so that we don't lag in the market as compared to our competitors, right? I think we can go to the next one. So here I would also like you guys to participate and help us to understand key challenges that you have faced, and then Shubham can take us to the poll.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Abhishek sir, for providing the insights. I think before we jump to the next slide, where we have created a very fantastic strategy, before that, these are the to the participants, these are the few main obstacles which we have seen in the past, and we want to understand what sort of obstacle has been the biggest for your company. So I will be running a poll. I would like everyone to put their answer. We will understand which is the biggest and most recurring obstacle the businesses who are here in the participants are facing. So here we go. Perfect. We'll wait for 1 minute. Okay. So let me showcase the answers. Okay.
Amazing.
So amazing. I think this has been
I
the
think this is
most
very much understandable. So the
correct.
answers
Yeah.
and the problems,
Poor lead
right?
management. Correct. So I think we have a very expected answer for this specific obstacle as well. So Abhishek sir, over to you. Let's deep dive into a specific one. We can talk in detail about it as well. Right?
Right.
Okay, sir.
So obviously, I think what I can see from the answers is that poor
Mhm.
lead management has been a challenge, and that is a clear, reason why, because we are not using technology to track the leads that are coming to the market. So we are
Correct.
spending a lot of money in marketing campaigns, like we burn lakhs of amount of money in social media campaigns and maybe offline hoardings and ads and all those things.
Exactly.
But once the leads are in the system, we are not able to take regular follow-ups. The nurturing is not happening, and that is the reason the lead gets leaked, and many times the lead goes into lost and unqualified, just because there was no proper communication or nurturing has happened. Right. So
Exactly,
let us
Abhishek.
go to the next part. I think where we have crafted some sales strategies. We have some pointers which are covering all of these problems that we have identified. Okay. So बिल्डिंग अ स्केलेबल सेल्स प्रोसेस दैट वर्क्स. तो अभी जितने भी बिजनेसेस के साथ हमने काम किया है पिछले 4-5 सालों में, व्हाट वी हैव अंडरस्टूड फ्रॉम मेनी ऑफ द बिजनेसेस इज दैट they have a sales process. They know how to proceed when a lead is there in maybe an Excel or CRM or whatever it is, but the sales process is not documented enough, or it is not known to the end user. So business owners ने अपने हिसाब से कुछ तो sales process बनाया हुआ है, but the sales team is not told clearly about the process. Many times what happens is we need different type of sales processes for different type of leads basis on, again, different products, maybe geographical location or some other key factors. But since companies don't have time to create so many sales processes, or they don't understand how many sales processes are enough for them, right? So then there is a lack of defining clear sales stages, and here tools like CRM come into picture, that you can create a pipeline that we call as sales process. So you create a sales process in form of a pipeline and stages. You can create multiple such pipelines basis on different factors, like, again, product, or maybe the location, or maybe the size of the company. So for every different product or service that you have in the market, there has to be a unique sales process that work for that particular segment. Now, how will we come to know about a perfect sales process? So when you have written a rough sales process, you start implementing that. Create a pipeline, let the lead be assigned automatically the pipeline. So that is where the automation and CRMs come into picture, is that CRMs are enabled to write a correct pipeline stage for the correct set of leads basis on some conditions, right? So you create multiple pipelines, let the system assign the right pipeline and the right user, and then the user don't have to think about what is the next step they have to take, but they can see the pipeline and they are very much aware that what is the next step they have to take. And then there will be very less chances of leakaging a lead, because we are following a proper SOP and process, and there is a track of all the steps that we are doing. Leverage the data driven insights is a point that is very important over here. So we can get a report such that how many leads have come into the system over a period of time, how many went through what stages, and then when you analyze that data, you will understand which sales process is working for what type of leads, what are the important tweaks and tricks that you would like to do in the sales processes to make them updated. So there is a cycle that takes place. right? So you have to keep training your sales teams, you have to take feedback from the sales representatives that are there on the ground, and you have to take feedback from the customers also, and then over a period of time that sales process gets evolved, and you reach to a point which thinks that okay, this sales process is working. And for like, especially for fintech customers also, this is very important to follow a proper sales process and get to a point when more leads are getting closed, more business is coming. And here there is one important point: automate wherever is possible, right? So automation is very important nowadays. As we discussed in the previous slide, that there is lead leakage happening in the system. Why that happens, what we have observed is that companies know that okay, as soon as a lead is created in the system, they are supposed to take a follow up within couple of hours, but they don't know how to create tasks, or there is no system which automatically does this job for them. They rely on the end user itself, who is the owner of that lead, right? So you can automate such activities with the help of crms, where the automated task creation is happening. Follow-ups are being scheduled basis on the previous call response. Maybe if a customer has said okay, call me back tomorrow, the system can read that note and then it create a task automatically. So there are many activities that can be automated up to a level that it saves a lot of time and money for the companies, right? And then we, as we discussed, regular review and adapt. So this is an ongoing process. As we are new in the market, so you have to take feedback from the users, you have to take feedback from the customers, and then keep evolving the process. And then you will get to a point where one sales process which is working fine for a particular type of leads, and then you can have multiple such sales processes for each segment of customers, right? Then next part is setting measurable goals in the company. So we all know that typical smart definition of goals like scalable, measurable, and all those strategies that are available for the goals creation, but we don't use that. So we might have goals for the whole company, or sometimes we create goals for the users, but these goals are not aligned to each other. So I think that is the problem that we have seen, that lack of proper direction to the teams, that what is their goal and what is the organization's goals. These two goals are very important and they should be aligned with each other. Then making someone accountable. So as a business owner, you cannot do everything. There has to be someone who is accountable for each type of sales or marketing related activity happening, and then there is a continuous feedback which is going on, and then improvisation which is happening. And then at the same time, we want to keep our team members motivated as well. So there can be multiple type of motivations that we can enable in the company. So it again depends on your organization, your teams. Many times incentives work for some people, maybe the stick method is working for some, the carrot method is working. So we can choose which strategy fits for our case. And then, but the idea is to keep the sales team members motivated. Then enabling better decision making. So this come from again data. You keep tracking what type of leads you are getting from what source, what type of leads getting more closed, which are getting lost more. You analyze the reasons why the leads are losing more than getting converted, and slowly we can come to a point where we can work on the closed lost reasons, and then we can improvise the business with a data driven decision making, and aligning the team effort and optimizing sales strategies. So this is an ongoing process that is there. Now let us talk about integrating marketing and sales. So many times what happens is teams work in silos. There are companies who take CRM licenses for their salespeople, but marketing teams are still working on those emails and Excel sheets. Here there is a need of our to bring everybody on the same system, so that the marketing team also has visibility of the number of leads they have got from various sources and what was the conversion rate by source, so that the business owner can take a data driven decision that which is the marketing channel that has been successful for them, which is leading them, giving them more leads, and where the yield is more, so that you can decide as a business owner that where you want to put more money than a different source. And there I would like to mention Kailas, because the idea of unlimited number of users was exactly this reason, because we wanted everybody of a company to work on the same system to stay up to date and have a same shared data and visibility, so that there is no data leakage while you are exporting, then importing, sending over email, talking to them over some other Google chat or Slack or something else. You should be able to do that within one system. That is the idea, right? And then enhancing communication with the customer, then take their feedback and nurture the leads collaboratively. Like you keep talking to the customers, take their feedback, send them some gifts or something to, make them happy, and all those activities. So it really depends on the nature of business we are in, but the idea is to keep a constant engagement with the customer, which is important. So here, I would like to take a pause before we discuss about technology. I would like to take some input from the audience, that what has been working as a successful sales strategy for you guys, and if there is anything that should be added in this particular place what we have discussed, something that has not worked for you, so you can share that as well. So the idea is that we should be able to help each other. Whoever is attending this webinar, or maybe will be watching the video over YouTube later, they should be able to understand what has been a successful sales strategies for businesses like them, and what has not been working for them as well. So let us wait for the responses, then we can continue.
Sure. So participants can put their questions in the chat itself. We'll wait for a few minutes. I think Abhishek sir, there are not as such questions. Okay, we got one. Perfect. Open space difficulty now. Okay.
Right. No, I think this is very important analytics part, and that is something that we will be covering in the next slide. Is that you have the data in the system, but there is no proper analytics attached to it, right? So there are
Correct.
leads in the system who are in a particular pipeline stages. Your sales team member is making some calls, messages, emails, but but what is the end outcome from all those activities? How do you identify
Correct.
whether the activities happening are correct or not? What is the expected thing? So that is the exactly my point, where analytics come into picture. And we can send all that data to an analytics tool, or within the system we can create such reports that work for us, as getting dashboards up, so that you don't
Hmm.
have to run behind 10 different reports every day, but you get a gist of it on the same screen. So I think that is very important. We will discuss how we can address that. I think we can go to the next slide then. So
Perfect.
leveraging technologies to drive sales. Now we have talked enough about doing this that, but करना कैसे है? Tools कैसे चूज करने हैं? जो एक्टिविटीज हमने डिस्कस की है उसके लिए कौन से टूल्स अवेलेबल है मार्केट में? मेरे नीड के हिसाब से कौन सा टूल सबसे बेस्ट सुटेबल है, इज समथिंग दैट हैज बीन अ बिगेस्ट चैलेंज. What we have seen is many customers come to us on demo that we need this feature, that feature, just because other CRM is providing that. But many times we have observed that when you discuss in details, there are hardly 10 features out of those 100 that users use, and that there is always that 80-20 rules come into picture, right? So आपको अपने business के हिसाब से समझना जरूरी है कि what is your pain point that you want to solve, what is eating lot of your time right now as a business owner or as a team member, and then identify which tool is basically trying to save that time and money for you, that is the right tool for you. So, so for example, there are CRMs in the market, right? Customer relationship management tools. So the main key important thing why you go with the CRM is that it becomes your central database. All your leads that are coming from should be landing in one system, so that you don't have to go and export the data from here. For example, if we are running a fintech business, now we are getting leads from our websites. There are people visiting our websites, maybe we are running a marketing campaign, but all those leads should be coming to one place, so that the reassignment of the leads, attaching a sales processes, all those activities become easy, right? Then having some analytics tool into picture. So maybe you can push the data to the Power BI system, or maybe Google Looker Studio and all those tools which are helpful to generate some insights from the marketing data, especially when we talk about calculating the ROI, right? So how many leads have come from a campaign, what was the expend that done on the particular campaign, and then how much of the business you have gained from that particular campaign. So this information is very important to decide how much amount of money you are supposed to spend on which type of campaign that is working for you. So there the analytics tool come into picture, and then to get the B2B databases, there are so many tools like Zoom Info is there, and then for documentation. So there are tools for each activity. The problem is how do you choose the right tool? So that's what I have explained earlier, is that identify your problem, look for the tool that solves the problem at the most ease, and go for it with a minimum cost that is available in the market. Now, if we talk about CRMs, how CRMs can help you. So we can go to the next section, and let us talk a little bit about CRM, since we are a CRM company, and whatever we have observed over a period of time from our customer experiences. So CRMs help you to manage the leads efficiently. So there was a question about lead leakage, right? So I would like to address that over here. What CRMs like Kailas are capable of doing is that they become a central repository of all the leads that are getting from various sources. And then since a pipeline is attached to a lead, it is assigned to the correct person who is supposed to work on that lead. The leakage is going beyond 0.5% what we have observed so far. So earlier, even the business owners were not knowing that their leads are getting leakage. Many times what we have done is we have gone to their website, submit their form, and waited for 2 days, there was no call. Then we brought them on a demo and told them that, boss, this is how your leads are getting leakaged, right? So that way CRMs help you then scheduling automated follow-ups. So CRMs are capable of understanding the customer response, and basis on that scheduling correct follow-up calls or meetings, and then it also reminds you about the follow-ups. Then pipeline tracking your funnel, centralized communication. This is very important, because what happens is there are many communication channel available in the market, like email, SMS, and nowadays most popularly used as WhatsApp, right? Now imagine you have a lead in the system, you want to send a WhatsApp message to them. आप क्या करोगे? Number copy करोगे, you open your business WhatsApp and send a message. Maybe you will copy that email ID to your Gmail account, and Gmail or Outlook or whatever email you are using, you will send an email. But then, is there a response from a customer? Are you able to get that into the CRM? No, right? So CRMs become a centralized communication. So choose a CRM which has all these communication channels attached to one system, such that none of your customers' responses, messages, emails get lost. Then real-time reporting and segmentation. So reporting is very important. If a CRM is able to generate reports, well and good. Else, choose an analytics tool which are capable of generating complex reports like BI, Power BI, and Google Looker Studios.
Abhishek sir,
Yeah.
We are losing you in between. Can you repeat the last part?
Yeah. So I was talking about the reporting and
Abhishek, sir, sorry to interrupt. Still, we are not able to hear you.
okay, just a moment.
Okay, perfect.
Now can you hear me?
Yeah,
All right. So I was
yeah.
talking about the real-time reporting and customer segmentation that is easy with the help of CRM. So choose a CRM that has inbuilt reporting which can generate insights from the existing data for you, or else if the data can be sent to the analytics tool like Power BI, the Google Looker Studio, or there are many other analytics tools available in the market that can help you, right? So I think we can go to the next section. So these are some examples and ratings that we have got from our existing customers. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about challenges that companies face while thinking about CRM. So one thing is cost. As I already mentioned, you have to buy a new user license for every new team member getting added in the system. That eats a lot of money. Then go to the next one, and we can show all the challenges at once. We can discuss all of them in once. So lack of timely support. So this is very critical for the businesses, especially who are adopting technology on a as a very new thing in their company, because mostly companies are working on Excel sheets. When they adopt a software, support from the software becomes very essential, and we don't get proper support, not on email or call or something, and then the teams get frustrated eventually and they stop using the technology. Then lack of organizational product fit and product adoption and usage issues. So lack of organization fit basically comes from the same problem that I was talking about, where you are not very clear on the pain point of your company in order to streamline a process. So you have to define that clearly and then choose a tool which helps you to overcome with that problem, right? Now here, how Kailas has helped to take care of all these challenges is that one most important thing is that we are not charging you basis on per user. We have come up with unlimited number of users pricing. The idea is every team member of your team, be it from the marketing team, sales team, customer success team, or even the business owner, CEO, CTO, CXO, everybody should be on the same system. They should have a visibility of the data within the same system. There should not be a need of exporting and sending it over email. That is the idea. So enhancing the collaboration is the main idea behind the unlimited number of user licensing. Then lead management and pipeline management is there. So we have developed a connected SaaS ecosystem that we call as marketplace, where we have integrated with almost all the lead sourcing that you might be using. So be it a Facebook ad, be it a Google ad, or if you are a manufacturing customer, then IndiaMart, Just Dial, Trade India. If you are a fintech company, you get leads from your website. If you are a tech company, then you get leads from various educational platforms. So we have connected all of them, kept in one place, so that our users should not be needing to go to multiple systems to export the leads and import in Kailas, right? Then we have built a beautiful reporting software, and we are also capable of sending Kaila's data to any analytics tool like Power BI or Google Looker Studio, where you can generate complex reporting and you can get the insights that we have talked in multiple previous slides, which becomes important. And I think that was a question from one of the participant as well. Then creating custom workflows. So Kaila's workflows have been very powerful so far. We have seen our customers, they are like using it amazingly. They've created connected workflows to tailor a communication. Like I can create a workflow that when a lead is created, send an email and wait for 2 days, send another email, then send a WhatsApp message, or create an automated task when a lead goes into a certain stage, remind users about an activity that is pending. So there are so many activities that can be automated with the help of workflows, which saves a lot of your time and effort, so that you can focus on the most important thing, which is the deal closer. And we have mobile app as well. So we have developed a mobile application on Android and iOS, which can be used, and mostly your sales team who are on the ground, so they can use that mobile application. And last part is integration. So Kailash APIs and webhooks are openly available. We can connect with any tool that you are using already. So if you are a manufacturing company, if you are using an ERP tool, that tool can be connected to flow the data seamlessly between tools. If you are getting a e-commerce website, we can connect that complete e-commerce site to get the information reflected in Kailash with the help of Shopify or even native integrations as well. So as and when customer goes through that journey of ordering the product, when it is in transit, getting delivered, so all those activities can be listened and can be reflected back in the system. So that is the power of integration and connected SaaS ecosystem that we are talking about. I think with this we come to the end of the webinar here.
Abhishek sir,
Yeah,
before that, I think there is a small message from our founder itself. And by the 5,000 customers we are having, right? And we are helping them to grow their business as well. We have come across very good responses from them. So our founder has something to tell. So I will just not take more than a minute to showcase the video.
Namaskar dosto, this is Vikram here and I am the founder of Kailash Sales CRM, and we are extremely thankful to our customers for making us one of the fastest growing CRMs. Today we are celebrating a report where we are in the top 5 CRMs in India, और आपके प्यार के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. And we really have worked very hard to build you a platform and a CRM which you can compare with any of the large CRMs out there, and we dare you to compare that, right? And आपकी प्यार की वजह से हम लोग यहाँ तक पहुँचे हैं. And staying true to our purpose, we want to help SMEs grow fast. We are leaving a lot of money on the table for them. So हम लोग अनलिमिटेड लाइसेंसिंग दे रहे हैं, पर यूजर लाइसेंसिंग नहीं दे रहे. तो हम लोगों ने हमारी तरफ जितना हो सके कॉस्ट ऑप्टिमाइज कर लिया है, और आपका इसका सपोर्ट भी बहुत मिला है. We are working with some of the largest brand today, and SMEs are the backbone of the country, creating 70% employment. And we are with you to help you adopt digitally and grow fast with your sales and marketing endeavor. Thank you so much. Namaskar dosto.
Perfect. So I think this is the time where I hope the session for all the participants was insightful and most of their queries for their business have been resolved and you are getting a beautiful path from the session itself. I would like the participants to let us know if they have any questions so that Abhishek sir can answer them as well. I can see Bimal sir, you are there, right? You are from finance and banking, right? Do you have any roadblocks or problems you're facing during your business being growing, right? If you want, I can unmute you as well.
BFSI में we have got couple of very good customers, who are revolutionizing this whole industry. So we have Fatak Pay, then I think Bank of India is also our customer who are running their business, and Reliance Securities is also there.
Okay, so Bimal sir is saying that he will book a demo. So
Sure.
here is the link as well. You can scan and book the demo. I think there itself we will provide you all the answers for any queries you are having currently. Perfect.
I think about BFSI, I just want to
Yeah.
tell one thing, Bimal sir, that so the bulk calling is something that is very important for the fintech customer. I'm not now very sure about what business you are into, But what we have experienced so far is that there is a common requirement from fintech customer is that I have 1,000 leads data. I should be able to start a calling campaign. One of my agent will be on the call continuously, and then they will talk to the customers one after another. So we have developed an integration with the help of Tata Telecommunication, where that type of campaign can be created from Kailas and it can be started from Kailas. You don't have to switch between Kailas and Tata Tele to get that campaign running. So that we can showcase you when you sign up for a demo, and one of our sales
100%.
executive can do that.
100%. Even I will also be part of that.
Sure.
Abhishek sir, I think there are not any other questions.
Okay.
Pranali ma'am has mentioned that she missed the webinar. Don't worry, we will provide you some collaterals and also we'll keep you updated on the upcoming webinars. And at the end of the webinar, afterwards, we'll share one survey as well. We want to understand how best we were able to help you. At the same time, we are going to keep this is a recurring update where we will provide you webinars on recurring basis based on the relevant topics which have been shared by most of the people. So I would really love if the participants can put down some topics which can be covered in the upcoming webinar. So looking forward to that. And Abhishek sir, before we log off, I think we can give a quick recap of what we have done in the webinar so that people can have a good takeaway as well.
Sure, sure.
What do you
I
say?
think most important takeaways that I would like the participants to take from here is that first, understand your ideal customer profile. That is very, very important, so that we don't run blind marketing campaigns. Problem what businesses make as a mistake over here is that they keep running costly Google ads and Facebook social media ads without identifying the correct audience that is suitable for their business. We can stop doing that. We can adopt to a cheaper and more efficient marketing strategies like B2B. So our company can help you to craft a suitable marketing strategy for yourself, and then understanding the competition, tailoring your value proposition that we discuss, a unique USP that you are coming up, and then how you can propose to the customers. Then building a scalable sales process, that is with the help of sales pipeline we can implement in a CRM. Then create measurable and realistic goals. Be open for technology and leveraging the social selling. Don't fear adopting technology, right? So because what I've understood from the users is that there is a fear that our team is not capable and they won't be able to use the system because this and that. So that is one problem that we have observed, and at Kailas we have tried to solve that up to a level that the interface has been so easy that it can be used by a non-tech savvy user as well, because most of our team members are also non-tech savvy, right? So choose those type of tools, and then be open for integrations, use multiple tools, technologies. So we will try to send you a handbook out of the webinar which has a list of important tools that we have experienced over a period of time that help businesses to grow for different type of activities. You can adopt them, we can integrate with all of them and get you up and running as soon as possible.
Perfect then. Thank you so much, Abhishek sir, for taking out time and providing us insights. And thank you so much all the participants to being involved in this webinar. I hope this was a great success for all you. I am getting one message over here. Ma'am, I'm sharing my email ID over here. You can reach out over there, but then we will connect later. Even I will put down my phone number. That will be easy for referencing.
Yeah.
Perfect then. Thank you so much everyone for taking out the time and making this webinar successful. Have a great week and have your business grow as much as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a nice evening.